Greetings, Crawford Ashley here, the spiritual boxer, and I'm talking about boxing, as I always do, and it's about managers, and I'm on to Mr. Eastwood. Well, this guy's not a very nice man, but the place I went to was brilliant. Island, Bangor, County Down, and I can remember my first week there. And one of my first kind of like was on the first day, so like knowing what's going to happen. And we went down to the gym, and when we got down there was all these reporters, and they handed us out these sponsorship t-shirts, and I'm thinking, nice, I get a new t-shirt, man. And one of the reporters comes and starts speaking to me. Now when I open my mouth, the look on his face is just, and I just turned around to him and said, look mate, I'm a Yorkshireman. I eat fish and chips and eat Yorkshire puddings. And I just cracked out laughing, because he must have thought I was another South American. I thought that was funny. But at the end of it, they came back and they collected all the t-shirts back in. I said, do we get to keep them? And oh no, we wash them. I just thought to myself, you can fuck them out wearing one of these again. So every time they came in and handed them out, I just give them back. I just said, no, I don't want one, it's alright. It's like, yeah. And when I first got to Beresford House after I've come back, it's a really long dining room, and where Bernardo, Oscar, Victor, Crisanta and some other sparring partners who were over sparring with Paul sat down right near the kitchen, and I'd say it was about maybe 20 yards to the front window where I was sat overlooking the marina. And when the food came out, them lot got served first, and they got all potatoes and cabbage and everything, and then mine came out and walked down, and it had rice on it. And them lot hadn't seen rice for ages, man. But by the end of the week, it was all sat at the top end by where I was sat, because that's where all the rice was. But it was a nice way of sort of like integrating into it with them. You've got all these fighters who are good, and it's an hard thing to get into a clique. And mine was just down to the fact that I'll only eat what I want to eat. So I thought some of the sparring down there was brilliant. I learned so much. Like I said with Victor Cordova, southpaw, he hit me with a beautiful shot, man, broke my nose, and then told me to move my head. He went, Crawford, move your fucking head. I said, yeah. I just said to him, why didn't you tell me that before you hit me, man? But lesson learned. And then they got me a new head guard, and it had a metal pole down the middle, so I could still spar with a broken nose. And Steve Collins hit me with an uppercut and broke his thumb because he caught the bar on it. So there was a few things that I can sort of like remember a little bit. But Eastwood, no man. The fight with Graziano Rodriguez I told you about, all he did is get a phone call and he gave me that. And then, because it was a split decision, the referee put a complaint into the EBU. Eastwood told me it was him. It wasn't him. It was the ref. And Graziano wouldn't fight me again. He won't give me a rematch. So they put it out to purse bids with me and Yowie Davis. And Eastwood lost the purse bids, and I went over to Italy, Campiani, right on the border between, I can't remember who was on the border with. I think it was Switzerland. I can't remember, but it was on Lake Garda. And that was a crap place. It was in a casino, and it was more like a studio. There was no atmosphere, no nothing. I got a draw, split decision, got a draw. So when we've come back, Eastwood was telling me that he's going out to pace bids and he's going to win it. But he's going to have to bid a lot of money. But he can't pay a lot of money to me for the fight, but he'll put it on in Leeds. And he says, will you take 10 grand if it goes on in Leeds? So I says, yeah, I'll take 10 grand for Leeds. You know what I mean? I've always wanted to fight at Leeds Town Hall on a big venue. So yeah, I'd have done it for nothing. So he won the first bids. I can't remember how much it was, but I was only getting 10 grand, so that's all right. I'm working hard, man, I'm training hard, and then I get called into the office. And when I get into the office, Eastwood says to me that they can't get a TV date for the town hall. So he's sold it back to the Italians, so I have to go back to Italy. So I says, not a problem, how much am I getting? He says 10 grand. I went, no, we agreed 10 grand for Leeds, not for Italy. So he says to me, well, the EBU have said if I don't take this fight, I can't fight for the title for the next 2 years. I just looked him straight in the eyes and I said, if I never fucking fight again, I'll never fight for you. And I got up and left. Went back to the hotel, got my stuff packed, and booked a plane for the next day. Next morning, got on the plane and left. That's an horrible man. And then, the following day, I think it was about 2 days later, I get a phone call from him. And I don't remember what he says, but at the end of it, he says to me, I'm the only fighter that's never cost him any money. I'm thinking, wait a minute, that's because I've made you money, but you've just kept me skin. Nah, why would I want to go back there to him? You know, he's got somebody who's willing to fight anybody, but yet he wants to give me peanuts. Nah. You know what I mean? Even if I had millions in the bank, I'd still fight anybody because that's what I was. I was a boxer. You don't have to keep me skin, you just keep me happy. And then I left, and then I got involved with Mr. Frank Warren. But under Eastwood, I had 7 fights in 3 years. That's sad. 7 fights in 3 years I had with him. And I think I lost one and got a draw in that. And the loss was to Graziano Rodriguini, and the draw was to Yowie Davis. And I just think, nah, man. And people said, ask me why I left him. The reason why I left him is because the man was a thief. And if you look around that time, his camp just disintegrated because they all knew what it was. And all it takes is one to leave. And I was the one that left, and then all the rest of them just left. So it's, you know what I mean, managers, be careful how you treat people, because you lose your stable. And you see how they make it into stable like you're some kind of, what is it? Horses in stables, aren't they? So, you know what I mean? You keep horses in stables. So you're just a commodity as a boxer. You know what I mean? A manager has a stable, and they'll have a trainer that'll employ, set up the gym, and then it takes 50% off you, 25% manager's fee, 10% trainer's fee, 15% gym fee. But he owns it all, and he pays a wage to the trainer. You know what I mean? And this is how the board have got it set up. So it's, I don't know, talking back to slavery days. And then the next one was Frank Warren. But I'm going to sort of like cover some more on Eastwood, because at the moment my mind's jumping, so I might jump back onto Eastwood. Because I did one yesterday and it never came up on, I don't know why it won't upload, but it just seemed to like have corrupted files or something. So I'm trying it again today, and hopefully it's on. And I'm trying to think of Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Big Davey from down in Bangor. He took me clay pigeon shooting, which I really liked and really got into. And that was good because later on, when I met Tony Green, who I'll talk about later, he does clay pigeon shooting. We had some good times there, man. And it's weird because I was down London Friday gone, and I met up with him on Saturday, I think it was. No, Friday. And hopefully we can get back into boxing, because he's one of the only people I trust in boxing at the moment. So I've been talking to him about doing something, and we'll see. Because if my boy goes professional, I'd like him to look after him. So, Tony, get your license. Anyway, till next time, until Frank Warren. Yeah, there's some good stories there, but I need to get them because my mind's here, there and everywhere at the moment because I'm looking for work. So, anyway, till next time, bye.